is the story of the time I jumped out a window. I was studying abroad in England, and I used to go to this pub/inn called the George. And it was gorgeous. It had fireplaces, and it had these gorgeous leather armchairs and these prim and proper butler-like waiters. And it was in an authentic Tudor-style building that was so old it had started to sink under the ground so that the windowsill was level with the pavement. I sat by that window pretty much every day I was there getting my writing done because it had the only usable plug for my laptop. And every day I sat there, I would just look out the window, and I would want to jump out of it. It was the call of the abyss. It looked so easy to do. I imagined myself like slinking out like Catherine Zeta-Jones in Entrapment, or maybe just casually striding through the window like the neighbor kid from Clarissa Explains It All. And I just kept sitting there and looking out before finally deciding one day, I'm doing it. I planned it all out. Instead of my usual backpack full of like lots of school supplies, I brought a light purse for a quick getaway. I sat by the window, I ordered my usual tea, I paid the tab, I hung around. Right when everyone was turning their back, I started to creep over the radiator container. The thing about the radiator container is it was made of wood and it was very large, so I had to straddle it like it was a horse. I had to inch my way out of the window while making sure I didn't put too much weight onto it, otherwise it would completely break. While I was doing this, I had to curl my body into itself so I wouldn't hit my head on the top of the windowsill. So I'm halfway in, halfway out, my left leg sticking out into the restaurant. I had to lean on my back and limbo my way out of the window, just sort of not so much climbing as I was gingerly inching. It was a good thing I didn't study abroad to be a cat burglar. So I'm lying on my back, and I'm just scooching, getting the last bits out. I reach around for my purse. It's there. And I adjust both legs out of the window, and I think, I did it. I climbed out of that window. And I look up, and there's the waiter who was behind the bar. In the time it had taken me to crawl out of the window, he walked. He walked from behind the bar and stood there while I was shimmying and crab walking my way out of the window. He looked down at me and he said, "You know, we don't typically allow our patrons to leave through the windows." "Sorry about that," I said. "It won't happen again." I took my purse. I got on the bus back to my dorm. And thinking to myself, man, I hope I come back there soon. I hope they let me back in because every place else closes really early. And the next day, I go in. He sees me. I see him. "No windows," he says. "No windows," I say back.